I've got issues around something that I didn't realise, and today it became very clear. So it's been an emotional day, pretty hard-hitting day. Bedtime for Bonzo. Poppy. Hi, so it's time for another day in my life video. Now, the one last week was supposed to be about this spectacular thing that I do most Fridays that I really wanted to show you. And we didn't get a chance to do it because of the old hair. So it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm going to see my sponsor in Malibu. He's got an incredible story. My sponsor has the house down the road there. When I first started going to him to do step work, to do the 12 steps, I pulled up at his house and he lives right next door to Logan Paul, like in a ridiculous house. So then COVID happened and I stopped going to see him, and then obviously the whole breakdown happened, and I was driving out of LA. I just had to get out, and he was calling me all the way while I was out there, and he said this most amazing thing. He said, there's help if you want it, but you have to ask. So I stopped and I sort of battled with myself for an hour. I was like, I'm either gonna get back into the program and work on myself, or I'm gonna just drive out into oblivion and just probably have lost my mind and probably have used again, I don't know. This time we're going through the steps, and he said, come and meet me in my house in Malibu, which is out the coast here. He lives next to Dr. Dre, with a living room that's in the sea. So I was like, what? How have you, what's the story with all this? 36 years ago, he was a crackhead on the street, literally with no shoes and literally with no shirt, walking down the street with a crack pipe in one hand, screaming at traffic. You've seen those people. Imagine you're driving and you see one of those guys, and fast forward 36 years and he's got 2 incredible houses. He's building another 5 houses. He's ridiculously successful. And I said, what happened? And he said, I just channeled everything I put into addiction into my work. It's just such an inspirational story. I've done the steps, all 12 steps, twice. This will be my 3rd time. And I'm doing them again around emotional sobriety. I didn't use or drink, but I still feel at the beginning of sobriety with emotions and stuff. And then I'm gonna go to the thing that I wanna show you. And then we'll see what happens the rest of the day. But it should be exciting. Here's the thing. I have 2 double espressos in the morning, and I'm about to have my 3rd double espresso. Is that too much coffee? I do drink a lot. When I woke up this morning, I had a double espresso, and then I had another double espresso. So it's nearly 9 o'clock, and I've had 2 double espressos, and I'm about to have a 3rd one. So that's 6 espressos. I went on a massive food binge 2 nights ago. I ate until I was literally gonna be sick. I don't know how I wasn't sick. I just ate and ate and ate. I had maybe 6 chocolate bars, 3 bowls of cereal. I just ate and ate until I actually was sick. So I'm going very easy today on my eating. I don't wanna put on too much weight because I get depressed if I get too heavy and stuff. So I'm gonna not eat much today. Like, I've had 2 bars of chocolate this morning. That may be all I have today, who knows? I am having vitamins though, vitamins it should be, because I know my eating is so bad at the moment. So I have these gummies. That's like counts as food, right? Oh, I just opened a package, look. Oh, someone sent that. Poor little Alfie has a bad cough again. So he's been off school the last 2 days, and I'm not going to see him this morning, or Poppy. I'm feeling a bit down today. I don't quite know what that's all about. Well, obviously I do. It's the separation. I'm trying to stay positive. Just trying to keep my chin up. Authentically, how I feel is a bit down. Sometimes you have to act your way into right action, don't you? Fake it till you make it. So I'm trying to be positive. I've started my new music only YouTube channel. Well, it's music, and I'm going to do a special meditation thing that I'm not going to tell you about yet because it's a surprise, but that channel is going to have some really good stuff on it soon. Go and sign up to that. Stephen Hilton Calm. this is how we do our step work. It's called a gentle path. I don't know why it's bloody called that. It's a very, very non-gentle path. It's very, very intense. All the steps are in here. There's lots of different ways of doing the 12 steps. Powerlessness inventory. So step 1 is I'm powerless over alcohol and that my life has become unmanageable. So this is just a list of all the ways that my life is unmanageable, so I can see why I could never touch drugs or alcohol. That wooden panel, which has been like that for months after the break-in, that's going to be fixed on Monday. Got to take my antidepressants every morning since the breakdown. I may have taken up occasional cigars, just like I don't inhale them. It's just it helps me relax at night. And I've only had one. I've only just finished my first one, but I don't want to start being a smoker. But I used to smoke like 3 packets of cigarettes a day, so I've really got to watch it. So I've only bought 2, and when they're done, they're done. But right now, it's just nice. So just got here to Malibu. It's funny when it's raining in LA and it's dark, it's not quite so pretty. When it's sunny, it all looks great, but when it's raining here, it's got a different vibe and it feels a bit darker. But do you want to know something amazing? My sponsor is over there, and you remember when I tried to unalive myself? That happened here, and we didn't know that my sponsor had a house there. So he was literally 3 doors down from where I had my breakdown, and we live miles away, both of us. So that's completely unexplainable. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I think it's a God shot. This is where it all went down. This is where I told Laura I was going to unalive myself and I ran off. So I told her there, and my sponsor lives there. When I came out here, got in my car and drove that way. It's exactly there on that balcony. See that balcony? That's where we were staying. So this is where it all went down. Well, I just left 2 hours with my sponsor, and that was amazing. It always is. The 12 steps are an incredible thing. They really make sense of a lot of confusion I have in life. Just about everything. Make me feel a little bit less sick in the head whenever I leave. So yeah, if you're struggling with addiction, definitely go to a meeting. That's my unsolicited advice. And ask someone to be your sponsor. I couldn't do this without a sponsor. He's really amazing and really sort of guided me through this process. Very grateful. Now I'm off to a meeting. From here, just up the road, he's going too. So see you in a minute. Just arrived at my meeting. I only come here every Friday. All the guys from my regular meeting, which is in the back of a restaurant, we all come up here to Malibu, which is about 15 minutes away, to this retreat. And the story of this place is that a whole of Malibu was owned by one lady. As Los Angeles became settled, the community sort of ganged up on her and they said, you can't own the whole of Malibu yourself, you've got to sell some of it so some other people can live in this beautiful community. So she started to sell it off, and she said, okay, if I'm gonna not have the whole of Malibu, I'm gonna pick the best part of Malibu to build my house. So she had the whole choice of the whole place, and she made her house in the best place. When she died, she donated it to the monks, Franciscan monks I think they are. So it's now a monastery. So the most spectacular house in Malibu is a monastery for monks, and they do silent retreats and things like that. So let me just show you what it's like here, and the view especially. This is what I wanted to show you guys last week. So it's a gift of sobriety that we get to come here. It's a bit of a change from our normal meeting, which is in a grimy old restaurant. I've had an amazing day so far. It's hard to face stuff about yourself that's uncomfortable and hard. I'm realizing that I've got a few more issues than I've realized that my issue is perhaps a little bit more related to other things than I thought, and I will make a video about it once I've processed it. But yeah, I've got issues around something that I didn't realize, and today it became very clear. So it's been an emotional day, pretty hard-hitting day. Yeah, I don't like to think that about myself, that I've got this particular thing, but well, I'll make a video about this. This is going to be a tricky one to talk about, but anyway, I get to come here at least to process it all. Well, that's the meeting finished. There's a lot of AA stuff today. I don't know what it is about that meeting. I don't really like it. It's funny, isn't it? It's such a beautiful place and it's all great, but I prefer my meeting in the back of the restaurant. I just don't feel like I identify with any of the people here. Although I did see my best friend in AA. I sat next to him. It's nice to see him. I don't know why I don't like that meeting. It's too nice. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel real or something. I'm just complaining. I shouldn't complain. But I'm being honest, this is a day in my life. So that's where we are now. Gonna go back and get fries. Veggie grill. My famous fries. And now I've got also added to it vegan buffalo wings. I'm going to put that in there, vinegar with salt, and then I'm going to put this Dijon mustard on. Oh my god. Look. Oh, I'm so excited. I did have one more double espresso before this one. So that's 5 double espressos in one day. That feels like a lot. That's 10 shots of espresso. So I'm back at Big House now. Can see the kids, put the kids to bed. And yeah. I'm always excited to see the kids. They're such little munchkins. I wonder what they're up to. Who knows what they're up to? Hello. Say, push me, Daddy.
Push me, Daddy.
Good boy.
She pointed to my sweater. She goes, D. Oh.
She's into letters.
She's just like Alfie.
He was into letters, yeah.
No, like hyperlexic.
Oh, God.
She's been into letters, I'm telling you. She's had a fascination.
Oh, no. She's saying Alfie. What's that? Bedtime for Bonzo. Poppy. Why'd you have to end the vlog like that? You let us down on the last hurdle. Ladies and gentlemen, did not want to hear that. Sorry about that.